In the next 10 years, we may not have South Africa. This South Africa will be an outpost of Europe. And now, if we lose South Africa, Botswana is gone, Lesotho is gone, Swaziland is gone, the whole of Southern Africa will go. Then we will be wiped out alive in our country.
This is not a banana republic, right? The government has failed. We cannot have a country where borders are just leaking, okay? And we are tired of a tired argument of saying these people fought for us. They did not fight for us. We fought for ourselves. Me and I even fought more than people who are in parliament as we speak. So this is our country.
I need South Africans to be humbled. I'm praying for the day we get humbled as South Africans, because Rea Papa, and we're going to pay for it. You are so mean to non-South Africans, and don't think that there are no consequences for that. You are so mean even to people that genuinely like and support our country. A person could come to South Africa, enjoy Cape Town, enjoy Mpumalanga, and make a cute video speaking highly of, mind you, we have a terrible reputation in the world. When a tourist comes to South Africa and says, I had a good time in Cape Town, why are South Africans in the comments saying, go back home? Why would you kick someone out, a guest, who says, hey, I'm visiting and I think this country is very nice, and you go in the comments and you're like, oh, get out of my country, don't tell your friends in. We need the money. You're crying about jobs, you're crying about unemployment, but you treat tourists this way. Even people that are not coming into South Africa, you treat them this way. When South Africans are applying for jobs in other countries, when South Africans are traveling to other countries, hey guys, South Africa is not the best thing after sliced bread.
You cannot be us. You cannot be us. Whether you never be us. And lalika muruha zandile lirikele kwerekwe. Zandile hana odo. Kubonsori kungwana moso wetu. Ujile papa ya moso wetu. Luna buyela ngoma khenga buluna. Lilo tlapa. Litlisia mo country nya rona go tsamaya kaka.
I think we need to be very careful about xenophobia. We need to understand that South Africa does not have a xenophobia problem. We have an Afrophobia problem. We have millions of Germans in the Western Cape. We have a lot of foreigners in this country, whether legally or illegally, who are not from Africa. They are not being discriminated against. They are not being chased out. This is an Afrophobia, and that needs to be addressed.
Welcome back to the channel, fam. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Set it all so you don't miss out on anything. Now let's get into this. If you have been scrolling through social media or following the news lately, chances are you have heard of March and March completely dominating timelines. It is the #1 talking point in SA, Africa, globally actually. And the drama surrounding it is reaching boiling point, causing division between ordinary citizens and our favorite celebrities. From DJ Tira's wife Gugu getting massive applause for standing with the people, to Stella Shozi and Lerato Ngumalo crying over service delivery, and right in the middle of all this is Chidimma Adetshina facing a high-profile deportation battle. Now grab your popcorn and let's break all this down. But before we go any further, let's clear the air first. What is March and March? Well, March and March is a South African civil movement that advocates for the strict enforcement of the immigration laws, particularly regarding undocumented foreign nationals. The organizers of the March and March are arguing that illegal immigrants put unbearable strain on public resources like employment, healthcare, housing, national security, just to mention a few. So they set the 30th of June as a symbolic deadline for the government to step up border control and immigration enforcement. Hence why on the 30th, there were protests across provinces against illegal immigrants. Now, while many public figures chose to stay completely silent on this matter, one celebrity wife decided to speak up and loud and very clear. And social media is absolutely applauding her, and that is DJ Tira's wife, Gugu Kati. She has become one of the most vocal voices, standing firmly with ordinary citizens, fighting for a better future.
Mabefika la labantu abayi kwakho eSandton bayofaka isiphaza phambi kwePick n Pay. Labantu abayi eMediclinic. Abayi eSandton esibhedlela phambi kwakwakho. Baya elokishini eclinic. Abayi eCrawford la kufunda khona wena izingane zakho.
la kumele bakhokhe khona and army ne-league. Baya ey'kolweni zaselokishini bafake iy'ngane zabo. Labantu abayi eSandton next to Discovery and all those merchant banks bayovula ama-competing businesses, bayorana imafia khona. Everything yenzeka ema-township, ema-marginalized area, emakhaya, emalokishini. That's why you are speaking from a point of privilege. Because you don't see it. And because you don't see it, you don't think it's there. It's there. Before last week, you didn't know that there were illegal Malawians, over 12,000 in this country, because they're not with you in Sandton. Banabantu elokishini. You didn't know that there were illegal immigrants committing crimes and disappearing in plain sight. Because abekho kuwe kuleyo lock-up estate gate baselokishini emkhukhwini. Labantu laba abahlelanga nawe babridge ugesi, bawubridja kogogo bethu eKasi. Laba bantu laba ikem abayikhomithayo at another level. Ama-drugs adayiswayo hayi ngoba bama kwakho eSandton, bama ema-CBD areas, emalokishini, ema-township. So today your kids might not be drug addicts, but keep allowing this behavior. Don't say I didn't warn you.
So people saw this and they were amazed because the celebrities that they expected would say something didn't. The influencers that they expected maybe would talk about this didn't. So they flooded her comment section with comments like, "Gugu, we love you. You've been supportive. One of the few celebrities who have been brave. To think you're privileged, yet you see this. Respect to you, my sister." People are calling her a wise, aware, and supportive Makoti who isn't afraid to speak the truth, even contrastingly comparing her to other big stars who have kept mom quiet, who are saying absolutely nothing. But here's where the plot thickens. As the movement took effect and many undocumented workers reportedly left their posts,
guys, I hope that naibona ki mabahambe benu up. All driver are scared to come collect you because your fellow brothers and your sisters said mabahambe. I'm stuck with no drivers to collect. Mabahambe. Naibona mabahambe yenu ngoku is costing na. I'm supposed to be long time gone home.
the immediate reality hit the hospitality and service sectors hard, apparently.
Guys, as someone that orders from food delivery apps like almost every day, I know I'm trying to change, but I just want to say I can definitely feel the transition with the different Uber delivery guys now. Tell me why Namhlanje ordered, right? So this guy arrives at like around 2:30. I open the door. I'm wearing my pajamas, my two-piece pajamas, matching pajamas, or not these ones. Tell me why this guy says, "How? Usafaka my pajama on his kati. I should talk about Giziga when." Okay, pin please. And I'm just like, excuse me? Osenza bazoluma packet guys. Hey bo. Osenza bazoluma packet. The nerve to say that. Imagine kube ngezile. Okay, ngezile, but imagine kube ngezile ngifakela ama pajama.
In her comment section, one of the people who shared the same sentiments as her was Sitelo Shozi, who said, "Yo, I suffered today, Shem," with teary and broken heart emojis, right? To which Lerato Nxumalo replied saying, "Sis, my order took 2.5 hours to arrive from a restaurant that is 10 minutes away. That's how bad things are." And there's more. That was not the end of it. Ultimate headlines that are capturing this national shift: Chidima Adechina is mixed up in others' debacle. The former Miss SA finalist and Miss Universe Nigeria runner-up Chidima is officially facing deportation. This after an investigation by the Department of Home Affairs revealed that Chidima had been declared a prohibited person due to documentation fraud tied back to her mother. But despite all this, she reportedly snuck back into SA through the Libombo border post. She was arrested earlier last month, June 6 apparently, and while she's currently out on a warning, she's due back in Cape Town Regional Court in mid-July as Home Affairs actively pursue her deportation. And you know what's crazy about this Chidima story? It is the fact that after leaving South Africa, Nigerians actually welcomed her with open arms. They gave her a chance to get herself acquainted with the country, culture, I'm assuming, and their food, the likes of Bocholov, Ikusu, Ikusu soups, and the rest of what they have there. And let me add this, I found it really weird during her reign how all she ever did was speak about herself. I genuinely never heard her speak of her people. Even though I'm not aware of the duties of the beauty pageants, queens, what have you, but I genuinely never heard her speak of her people. All I would hear her say every time I would watch an interview is I this, me this, my this, that's all. She was genuinely all about herself. And I also remember watching her say she doesn't see herself coming back to South Africa ever again.
Like, how are you loving the Lagos vibe? Like is Lagos a place where you'll be like, you know what, I'm relocating from South Africa to come stay?
I think it's safe to say I'm not going back again. It's amazing. It's been amazing.
But obviously, since we are here now, she couldn't deal with the jollof. Obviously, she couldn't deal with the ikuzu. She couldn't deal again with the disgusting streets of Lagos.
Lagos is so smelly. They have to deodorize parts of Lagos.
Do you know how bad sexual harassment is in Lagos?
She found a way to sneak back in, and she was like, I'm like,
what am I doing in Nigeria?
Did you know that Nigeria is the only country in the world where its president is running it from another country? He stays in Italy full time and he runs Nigeria from a laptop.
That's why she's now in this mess she's in of deportation. And I wonder how Nigeria is going to receive her this time around. How she's going to adjust to life in Nigeria. Anyway, let's continue in the comment section. Also remember to subscribe, like, share. Until next time, bye and thank you for watching.